All right, good morning. I am at the Devil's Punch Bowl. I have a 3-hour long easy run today. It's actually a back-to-back, and tomorrow I got another 3-hour run. Got to run in the Exodus Ultras 2s. Now I just got to get my butt on the trail. It's currently 10 o'clock and the humidity is pretty hot at the moment. So the humidity at this moment is 86%. It's gonna be hot, so I'm gonna have 4 bottles with me, 500 milliliters, 3 scoops of Gatorade in each of them. I forgot to put Element into them, so because Gatorade doesn't have as much electrolytes as I'd like, but hopefully having 4 bottles will be good. So I have a total of 2 liters of water with me, banana, maple syrup, and I stole some of Aaron's candies, these Scratch Labs energy chews. All right, so let's go check out the view from the Devil's Punch Bowl. So if you're ever in Hamilton and you want to get a great view, this is the spot to go to. It's pretty simple. At nighttime, basically, you look towards Stony Creek area, and up the mountain, you'll see a giant cross. Welcome to Hamilton, Ontario. I'm going to be running down there. You can't really see, but there's like a gate over there. So I'm going to be running there and running all along the ridge line of the escarpment. And I'm going to be doing 3 hours today of the Bruce Trail. So it's very technical. It's supposed to be a good simulation of what Haliburton's going to be like. So I'm trying to do my best with training to stay on top of things that are going to be similar. I didn't go do a recon of Haliburton, unfortunately, just simply because it was supposed to be super bad raining weather that weekend, and I just did not want to have a rough training day, and it was also a 4-hour drive to get out there, so I'm lazy. I didn't want to drive all the way out there, to be honest. So today's goal and focus is just nutrition every 30 minutes, staying on top of hydrating as well, like being mindful of it, and then being slow. Like I'm going to be using my poles today like I have been recently. Today I'm going to really try to stay on top of using the poles for the whole run, and then tomorrow same thing, same routine, stay on top of the poles. It is already hot. I'm taking my time today. Like, I'm not forcing this run in at all. Might be just like a hike more than anything. The one thing that sucks about being on the trail first compared to anybody else is the spider webs. Like, they are thick and you don't know what's in those freaking spider webs, and like they get on you and it's like a rope, and it's so hard to break, and it's just so distracting. Kills my entire flow. And they're all perfectly head level, so when I do run into it, it's not just the web, it's the spider, and everything else it has caught has been absolutely disgusting. I must say, running with poles is nice because you could use them to block out the spider webs. Something that I've done a very poor job is promoting the fundraiser and nonprofit organization that I've signed up with. It's for Stack youth track team down in the description below. Any sort of donation helps a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. My goal was 5,000. Might hit it. I have until the end of October. So if you are interested in supporting us, I'd really appreciate it. And what also I'm going to do is, I haven't made a lot of money from the YouTube, but by the end of October, we're gonna see how much money we've made. It might be roughly around $300. I'm gonna take $300 of my own money and contribute to the fundraiser. So I don't know, I think every little bit helps, and then hopefully next year try again and get that up there. But I'm just trying to give back more through the YouTube. Like, I know you guys enjoy the videos and stuff, but that only, to me, I think has a little bit of an imprint. But if I could present a kid or two, hey, here's a couple $100 to get some shoes, or join a team to get them, you know, doing hard things or out of their comfort zone, or, you know, maybe recognized by a scout to bring them on to a college or university, then that makes me happy. So, like I said, links in the description down below. You could read my post or article that I have in there, but that'd be extremely helpful. And Aaron and I would really appreciate that. And so would Stack. So, thanks guys. All right. I've made it to my halfway mark, which is, where are we here? McNeely. So we're on McNeely Road. I'm at an hour and a half, and it's time to turn back. I'm just gonna switch out my bottles here. But what keeps me going is just knowing it's a training day, knowing that I'm going to be going slower. I'm just taking my time. It's time on my feet. I'm not out here trying to put down any records. And that's a nice thing that trail running has taught me. And that, like, it's not about how many kilometers I'm doing. It's more so about the time, right? Looking at my training based off of hours and not distance. So before, with triathlon or marathon or whatever kind of training I was doing at the time, I was always like, oh, how many kilometers did I do this week? How many kilometers did I do this week? But I've completely thrown that out the window, because, like, for example, if I'm doing about 1,000 meters of elevation, you know, that might take me an hour or two to do. I get to head back now. Here's a little bit of info of what I've done so far for distance. I've done 8 kilometers, and that's an hour and a half of running. It'll roughly be close to 20K by the time I get back to the car. Probably about 18K by the time I get back. But that's a good training day for me, and then I got another one tomorrow. All right, good morning. Today's day 2 of this 3-hour run. The weather isn't as kind today as it was yesterday, even though yesterday was still pretty brutal, but today's worse. So today's actually 97% humidity, but it is going down as the morning rolls into the afternoon. So currently it's 9:12, and hopefully I'll be stepping off into the trail at 10. Erin's getting ready to go do a long gravel bike ride.
By myself.
By herself? Well, I'm by myself too, so let's go head out to the trails. All right, so we have made it to the trail. I can't remember the start of this trail. Basically, it's a side trail. No. I just walked into the spider web already. Oh. And I don't know where the spider goes. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so left foot's feeling a little rough. I did stub it once yesterday, so I think I'm feeling that right now. And then I am just not ready to run, so I'm gonna do a little bit of hiking right off the bat. Just get the body warmed up and just moving. But it is hot. I've started this run today at 11, which makes it a little bit harder too because the sun's higher in the day. So it's fine though, because when I do Haliburton, like we're gonna be starting at 6, and there's gonna be hot points during the day. Some tactical things that I've been trying to be mindful of, and it's basically like 3 different words. Like I gotta think of shuffle feet, not run, because when I start to widen my, I guess you could say, stride. I become faster, obviously. But I also start to burn matches, or start to light a match that does not need to be lit, because everything I'm doing is very based on conserving energy. And so one word when I'm on the flat is shuffle. I mean, shuffle my feet as I run. Less energy, less opportunities to roll an ankle, and it keeps me slow. Second, spiderweb. Jesus. Sorry for my language. God. My second word is small steps. When it comes down to going up a hill. As I'm going up hills, I'm not trying to high step and rush going up the ascent. I just take my time and take small steps. So we got shuffle and then small steps. And then going downhill, I think of heels, right? So I want to plant my heel as I step, and I gain momentum going down these hills. So those are the three words that I'm using in my mind to just control how I'm moving throughout the 100-miler, I guess. So these are just good tactics, I think, to kind of keep you at a base speed or effort level, so you're not burning too many matches. And so shuffle, small steps, and heels. It's pretty easy to follow and stick to. Share some of these beautiful waterfalls with you guys. Alright, so I just wanted to give a shout out to my coach. I have to say, like, I wouldn't be able to do what I've been able to do by myself if I was just winging it. I wouldn't know how to structure it. I wouldn't know how much effort I need to put in certain things. But I am super grateful for my coach, Steve, from Trailblazers Coaching, run coaching. Just because, like, it's less stress. It's like, okay, I wake up, I look at the program, I see what I got going on, and then I go out and I just get the check mark in the box. So what a back-to-back workout achieves is not taking on a lot of fatigue from one day. So for example, I had a 6-hour long run to do a couple weekends ago, and then the next day was a 2-hour, and I did it. It was hard. But basically it teaches your body to run under fatigue. And I think that's the biggest thing, is like, you know, when you're running long durations, 14, 20, 30 hours, you know, your body's going to go through waves. And so when you give the body a little bit of time to recover from a long training session, the next day is going to be a little bit rough. You're going to be stiff. You're not going to feel as fluent. And so going out and doing that back-to-back, another longish run, you're trying to now manage energy, effort, and then trying to be patient with the stress on the body from the day before. So that's why we do back-to-backs, is to simulate that and make it so that you become accustomed to being a little bit exhausted, not at 100% peak. And that's why it's really important to do back-to-backs. And I mean, you could split it up where you're doing a long run in the morning and a long run in the evening. I'm sure it would give you the same kind of stimulus. but the next day, replicating the same distance is extremely helpful. So I've been enjoying it. It's become easier over time. Sydenham Hill. It's a good lookout of the city. All right, let's get back on the trail. All right, so I had to do a little detour here. Couldn't find the Bruce Trail back over there, but there's this side trail. It's about 3.3K. So we're gonna venture in here. I just hit my official hour mark, so I have another half hour. So I don't mind going for a little bit of an adventure. That's the best thing about training is well, for ultras anyways, it's throwing yourself into the unknown for long days. Because if you do the same spot over and over, it gets boring, really boring quickly. So I have 3 more weeks to go of exploring trails, and that's what I'm gonna do. It's crazy, so nice, so nice. Whew. So lucky. A lot of hills today. I am right here. Oh, wow, this is great. So I'm going southbound. All right, it's an hour and a half. I hear a waterfall or something close by. I should be done both my bottles. I'm not. So I guess I've been slacking on my nutrition, which isn't good. I'm really excited to see what the elevation gain is gonna be like today. But here we are, going back up Sydenham Road. Got a cyclist up there killing it. Good old city. Looks like the fog has lifted a little bit. Sounds like there's an event going on down by Dundurin. Whew. I love this. I love this. Okay, switch my bottles around. Got an hour left to go of this run, and then that's it. I have to say that running in the Saucony edges are also a great recovery shoe. I wore these today because I knew that my feet would feel good for a longer duration. I did the Exodus Ultra 2s yesterday, and great shoe as well. They're good for long distances, I won't lie, but for a shoe that's good for racing and recovery, oh, the Saucony edges, they just work so well for me. And I want more. I am back at the car. So I did a total of 6 hours between yesterday and today. So 3 hour back to back. I feel great. Like when I first initially started running, obviously the body's not warmed up yet. And once I got moving, probably about 20 minutes in, I started to feel myself again, which was fantastic. So 18.4 kilometers at an average pace of 9 minutes per K. It actually wasn't that bad weather-wise today. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than yesterday. So I don't know, it's really weird. Like even though the humidity was higher, I was not that cooked. Mind you, today's route was more flat, like there's a lot more flat sections, but it was still quite hilly. So yeah, pretty much same amount of elevation, so 463 meters in about 465 meters of descent. That's 2 days back to back. Thanks guys for joining me. If you guys like these kind of videos, please comment, like, and share below. It really goes super far. I hope you guys are having a good training season. 3 weeks out now from Haliburton 100 miler, and baby, I'm ready. I want to go now. Like I want it to be next weekend, and I think that's a good sign. So now I just got to continue to train smart, stay on top of my nutrition, stay on top of my sleep, and just take it day by day. And then next thing you know, I'm gonna be starting Haliburton 100 miler. Whew. Can't wait. All right guys, peace.